Hello everybody, John here, and today onto the garage. I'm doing a little bit of work on Betsy, our T4 Trophy. And it's mainly about the swivel mechanism on the seat. It's supposed to drop down into a hole, but it only does that part of the time. Half the time you're sitting in the front while you're driving and it starts swinging around. So we've got a little lockable compartment under here. I've opened it up, and underneath there is a 19mm socket. No, there isn't. There's a 19mm nut, which I'm undoing. Which is basically the swivel. But it's turning at the top. So I get a spanner. She's going for an MOT in a few days, so I don't think this is actually going to be that much of an issue from an MOT's point of view, but I know seats are supposed to be fixed, and if it did pop out of its hole and start rotating whilst the guy was maybe checking seat belts or something, probably wouldn't be viewed too well. So I thought I'd give it a little go. So I'm trying to get an open-ended 19 onto the nut at the top. There we go. We've had a spring jammed in this gap for ages, but it keeps coming out of place. The previous owner used to keep a champagne cork there. So much less than ideal. This is a longer bolt than needs to be. Nylock and washer. And I think I should be able to lift it out. Let's wind the seat forward, like so. There we go. So there's our turntable. That's the peg. Sometimes gets hooked up. There's a couple of holes where it's supposed to go into. So let's get this out of the way. Well, no problem with the construction of this. Really heavy steel plate. It's worn a bit of a groove there, but other than that's okay. There's locking holes there and there. On the bottom, we have this turntable and pin. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, that comes off. And look at that. Literally, a piece of wood with holes and ball bearings. And that's rolling on another sheet of steel. Very simple, and it works. So I suppose I should complain. Part of me is disappointed. The other part of me is going, bravo. I think the real issue is just the bend in this little arm. It touches the front of this here and doesn't push the pin through quite far enough, so I just need to reshape it. Next thing, I'll just try and slide this back on its runners as far as it'll go. Is that it? Or forward on its runners as far as it'll go, one of the two. This is a T25. I'd be able to just lift the little latch and slide this all the way off its runners. Don't know if I can do that on this. I.e., is there another trick, or does it just simply not slide off? It does. There we go. That's the bolt washer. There is a brass ferrule through there, and I can pull this lever out now, I hope. It's probably trapped. There's a brass ferrule going through this plate as well. And the two tether cables are so that you can't push the seat all the way forward off its runners. Now we've got to slide the seat all the way back again now and bring it out the front because I've got some space here. Yeah, that'll work. So now slide that forward. Yep, and we can lift this handle out. There we go. I think the real issue is, it's quite subtle, but when this is bolted down, this arm comes up just a little here. Hugely exaggerating it's doing this. If it was flatter, then it would push that pin through. This can then be adjusted. So I'm just going to go and put this in the vise and take that curve out, flatten it back down. Okay, I think I've given it back its original shape. So now it should come through the hole just a little further. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Happy with that. So now what I've got to do is slide it back to get the bolt back through. There we go. There. So now, just need to address this. Bit of a clean up and a lube. There's no bearing surface there at all, it's just the bottom of the plate, but it's worked till now. You see the metal flaking under the constant pressure. Just get anything off the surface that's sticking up. I think we can assume this is Autosleeper's original own work, because, not being disrespectful, but they wouldn't be able to get away with selling a wooden disc with the ball bearings poked through it as a commercial mod. So just give that a wipe. I've got some lithium grease in spray form. Oops, that's a bit good because it tends to stay where it's put once it dries. It doesn't wipe off easily. So, a little bit on there. aim is appalling. Just lather that out well with lithium again. Yeah, because the balls might drop out if I go that way. So we're going to go this way. Mating surface in here is the same. It's worn itself a track. It is a bit scaly in places, but I'm not going to be reinventing it. So I'll just give it a bit of lube, wipe that in. I'll leave a little bit on the main track, and that will set up nicely to give more service. See if we can get the chair back. Go. We're in. See if we can get the knuckle washer back in. Perfect. Just while I'm at it, to make these things slide easier, the bit you need to grease is actually under this U in the corner of here. The seats sit on this, so if you want to lube it, a little bit in there will do wonders. That's better. Pleased with that. So now the lever sits flat against here rather than being arced up in the middle. Just lift it, turns, drops into position. Successful little 15-minute task. So other than putting the door back on, which is as simple as hook, bonk, we are done. As Betsy slowly comes out of hibernation, ready to be used again for the year, should be some more videos coming soon. So if you like this sort of thing, if you like auto sleepers, Volkswagens, if you're into Jaguars, for instance, or just playing around in your garage, then why not join us? Subscribe, costs you nothing. and click the little bell icon. That way, anytime we're doing a new video, you'll get to see it, hear about it, and can join in. Love you all. See you soon. Bye.